That's the thing. You don't know if you don't try. I feel like finding the right teacher for your kid is like somewhat like searching like the perfect doctor or whatever, like a family doctor that you're very comfortable with. But I feel like this is the same thing. It's like getting the right tuition teacher. If you don't try, you won't know if it's gonna work or not. So you gotta just work from there, and whatever works best for your kid. Right. Well, to say that, if I'm being frank, I feel like maths isn't exactly like her strongest subject and not the most favorite for her. So every time if you ask like her to do like anything related to maths homework or whatsoever, she would dread that thing, right?
Mm.
But I feel like it does have a difference, like before and after, of course, because now that if you approach her and ask her about maths, she wouldn't dread it so much because she seems a bit more knowledgeable about the topics from school. So you can imagine from someone who dreads going like doing anything related to maths
Mm-hmm.
into like, okay, why not? I'll just do it, get it done. Usually she wouldn't want to do maths, but now she's okay. I wouldn't say it's her favorite still, but she's
Okay.
all right. She's
Good.
doing better, of course. It's like there is progression. All right. One thing about teacher Sulaiman that I think it's so great is that even if it's not, the scheduled time for tuition or whatsoever, but if the student like have any questions, like even if it's really late, teacher Sulaiman always reply. Like even when it's just with their homework, he's just like super accommodating and super helpful. Sometimes they can even like snap a picture of their work and ask the teacher, and the teacher would guide on like, or just give like examples of the same question, and ask them to apply the same thing but to the question, which I think is really great because honestly I'm not that great at maths, so the fact that teacher Sulaiman is here makes my life easier. there's there's a lot of tuition centers out there, of course, but at the end of the day, you just gotta just give it a try. With like sometimes people like to go to Kumon or like other tuition centers, right? So sometimes it depends on the student as well. So you don't know what's the best method for your kid to their studying method. Sometimes it could be like offline, they like face to face, but I feel like today most students like the online tuition because it's easier and more accessible. They don't have to move too much, and I think that they should just give this a shot because they'll realize that it's very convenient that you don't have to go out of the house, like especially parents are super busy with work, which is totally understandable. So as a way of them trying to help their kid, maybe they can try this like online tuition thing, like give it a shot. I've never really come across a tuition center that does this kind of like a community kind of approach that really like brings students. It's not just about their academics, of course, but also being a bit more outdoor, like just trying to have that balance between academic and your personal life as well. They're like really helpful with each other, especially kids like at the same age, right? They would want to communicate with each other, and it's not just one to one with a teacher, but it's a community that will help the students, not just academics, but like maybe moral support. Like maybe some of the students are not great at maths, or and the other kid can always say, "Don't worry about it, we got this." It's like moral support. So it's not just about studying. I just like the fact that it really focuses on community and how important it is, being part of this thing to help each other,
Mm.
in so many ways.